How old were you when you made your first million?
I was 26.
And what line of business were you in?
A little different than most. You're not with the news, are you?
No,
Where are you from?
I have one of the biggest business media channels in the world. We grew a channel to 12 million followers, just asking people how they made it for the younger generation.
So we're going to be helping the younger people with
Yes,
this.
sir.
I was part of an organized crime group in New York, and I made my first $1 million that way.
Organized crime?
Organized crime, Mafia.
You were in the Mafia?
Yeah.
How did you get into the Mafia?
My dad was the underboss of one of the major families, the Colombo family, and my dad proposed me for membership.
What's the most amount of money that you made in a single day?
Well, let's go for a week. I mean, $10 million in a week, $12 million. We used to bring into our operation $8 to $15 million a week.
How is that possible?
We were defrauding the government out of tax on every gallon of gasoline. And I was selling 500 million gallons of gas a month, taking down 30, 40 cents a gallon.
Can we interview you for a minute real quick? Ask you a couple quick questions for the channel.
As long as it's helping the kids, yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
What's a lesson about business you learned from doing business in the Mafia that school will never teach somebody?
Business is business. It's whether you're doing it on the street or you're doing it in a legitimate world, you got to follow a certain pattern. And I always went by the motto, do what you do best, delegate the rest. I got the right people around me. I motivated them to do the work that I knew I wouldn't do. And I was kind of the mastermind of the leader, and worked out. Same way now.
So you brought up delegating. When you found those people, how did you retain those A players, that top talent? Because it's one of the hardest things to do in business. And we know that talent is ultimately the end game in business. How do you keep great talent around you?
Treat them right. Give me your expectations right up front. Treat them right. Even though you're the boss and you're the leader. You know, I always said this. There's a difference between a leader and being a boss. You know, a leader is only a leader when somebody willingly wants to follow them. And so if you set that tone with your people and they believe in you and they're committed to the business, that's when you can have success and keep them. Unless they're doing something wrong and you know it, they just want the right person.
Craziest deal you ever closed?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Tell me.
Craziest deal I ever closed was with the government, the U.S. government.
Back when you were in the Mafia?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I would rival that with sitting down with John Gotti. But the government was probably my most successful negotiation was with the government. Because if I didn't negotiate properly, I wouldn't be standing here. I'd be doing life in prison.
So how did you negotiate with the government?
I went in there with an advantage because they wanted me really bad and I had beaten them 5 times. So I knew I had the edge on them. They wanted to get a conviction on me. And so if I was willing to give them that, then they had to give me something in return. Basically, I had a huge fine, huge restitution. I had a helicopter, a jet plane. I gave them all of that. Gave them a bunch of money at the time. But I got a very low prison sentence as a result compared to what I could have got.
You went to prison?
I did.
For how long?
8 years.
What's the most interesting thing that you learned about people while you were in prison?
I learned this in prison in a big way. Anybody that's in prison that never got respect on the street wanted all the respect in prison. So I learned 3 things, 3 words that will help you get through your prison time pretty good. Please, thank you, excuse me.